Its defense had a season-best performance against Georgia, 243 yards allowed, but it came in a loss. In fact, it's the least amount allowed by an Auburn defense in a loss since 2007, that 19-14 loss to Mississippi State, which, quick fact, Auburn also had quarterback problems in that game with Brandon Cox and Cody Burns switching out.
Well, generally, if you're going to allow such few yardage and lose, it would probably be because quarterback problems or a lot of turnovers, and that was what Auburn had happened.
Common thread.
Yeah,
through
exactly
the years. It's time is a flat circle. Anyway, yes. James, that defense seems to really be improving these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, what this showed was that while Georgia dominated time possession, as Mark Richt even said, there was a lot of standing around. They were trying to do that and bleed the clock. What this showed was that the Texas A&M game wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't just that was a true freshman quarterback in a second game and all the rest. This was a defense that has now turned the corner a bit. That while there are some areas we could say, all right, did they really do that much better in pass rush? No, but as Will Muschamp explained to us, it's because they were in max protect a lot.
Yeah.
It's because they were getting the ball out quickly a lot. There really weren't all that many opportunities for that. Bottom line was they held a Georgia team with a very sound running game, relatively in check in running. And in the red zone, they did quite well until a face mask penalty gave them first and goal, and then they scored on a 4-yard run. All right, without the face mask penalty, there was virtually no gains from Georgia in the red zone. And the goal line stand was tremendous. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, there was an earlier play on that drive. There was an issue, but you're not going to be phenomenal on every single play. At the end of the drive, they stood up and made a goal line stand. That was huge. And it was a momentum play at the time. The defense has turned a corner. It's a lot of improvement. There are still areas to improve, though, as Will Muschamp mentioned to us, man.
Yeah, there are some areas, and some of them seem so small. And I mean, certain plays like a 2nd and 9 where it turned into something else, and Auburn had to have a goal line stand, which you don't want to be in a position for, but Auburn ended up stopping that goal line stand anyway. Certain plays that led to things that they had to stop at some point, but they stopped it. And that's the difference with this team right now than last season, or even at times 2 years ago. When they really need that big stop near the goal line and in the red zone, they're getting it, and that's showing improvement. And here's the other thing. They're doing it with some young talent. Guys like Stephen Roberts have stepped up, even Nick Ruffin, and then the defensive line is really starting to show a lot of promise with Devereaux Lawrence, especially the last 3 weeks.